Hello, my name's Dave Carlin, and I'm here in support of Sherry. And one of the things that I've noticed between Sherry's case and Black Lives Matter is that it seems to be a parallel issue where the poor go into a situation where they don't get fair justice. And a lot of times this is like a fabrication of prosecution. So in Sherry's case, she was communicating public domain information and to an old colleague that was a Chinese national, and that's what started the issues with her. And my understanding is that the community came up to start helping her pay over $200,000 in legal fees. Well, if this is happening throughout the community, how many, how shall I say it, poor or lower income families can't even defend themselves because they can't afford proper legal representation. So in Sherry's case, because the community has helped her with this, I would suggest that maybe you build a database to see how many people have been falsely accused, and then build a database with information from like her case. It's paid for, it's public, so if you build a database of the various motions and actions and pleadings and causes that this gentleman over here filed for her, you make it public for the rest of your community to use. And you build a central location to say, this is how you defend against this issue, this is how you prepare your documents. And by having her documents typed in and in a basic format, you now have a template for the rest of the Asian community to use. And that is a lot cheaper than paying lawyers over and over and over, because like in the black communities, we're finding that it's actually the lawyers that are creating a lot of the problems. You know, you have prosecutors that are basically doing prosecutorial misconduct by bringing charges, fabricated charges against people, and it's all about money for them. They're going after federal funding. There's federal cycles where the states are receiving money. The attorneys and the judges and the prosecutors are all colleagues at one point or another. They either belong to the Bar Association. And if you take a hard look at, that collective group of prosecutors, attorneys, and legislators that are practicing lawyers, you'll find that inside of that community, they're building cycles to abuse the public. So it's up to the public to sit there and say, well, wait a minute, we don't want to do this anymore. We need to defend against this cycle of federal funding that the judiciary is actually abusing the public with. So we have three branches of government: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary here. And right now, we're looking for tort reforms to hold dishonest judges and whatnot accountable. And if you take a hard look at various organizations like Global Witness, they just exposed a whole bunch of attorneys up in New York. And one of those attorneys happened to be the president of the National Bar Association. So by exposing the dishonesty within the legal profession, you can maybe get a grip on and protect your community and your culture. And I think that's one aspect that everybody really needs to take a hard look at, is how do we protect our community? How do we unite? How do we recruit more of our community? Because basically what you need to do is you need to heal, transition, and employ your community. And the only way you're going to be able to transition is to protect your community in the first place. And I think that's just my suggestions and my little humble opinion.